Well, obviously, I can't predict what's going on inside their heads, Harry and Meghan, and how they would be reacting to the news of President Trump. But yes, I can see there would be some concern, and there is evidence that they've bought a property or are buying a property in Portugal, which they might very well need, because although President Trump obviously has very serious issues to contend with in the world and in America, and to do with Russia and Ukraine and many, many other things. Um, Sort of knowing the nature of the beast, it's not unlikely that he might take a swipe at Harry and Meghan. He has done in the past. And he might decide that on account of what Prince Harry revealed to us in Spare about his drug-taking activities, that, he should be booted out of America. I mean, it would be a cheap shot, but it's one that is, I don't know whether he'll do it, but he just might. And it must be in their minds of the possibility that that could happen. So it could well be, of course, that they would decide that Europe was a better place for their next endeavors. And, Portugal is a lovely country. Princess Eugenie is nearby. The children could then be meeting their cousins, which I think is important. I'm really taking a very long view on that one because I think
Mm.
it's sad that Archie and Lilibet don't know their cousins. And if they were to get to know Princess Eugenie's children, that would be a way into eventually getting to know Prince William's children. I mean, this is not going to happen overnight, but that would be good. So there's every possible reason that, also, I mean, some of the things that Prince Harry does with the Invictus Games, things take place in Europe, and he would be, closer to home, but not actually here in this country. None of those issues would be involved. And so that's what might happen. But of course, we don't know. I've been to Montecito. I know where they live. It's a nice part of the world. It's lovely climate. They may be very happy bringing their children up there and may decide to stay if they can. But I think we'll have to watch this spot. I would not be surprised, though, if President Trump banged the table at some point and just said, "Get him out." The golden rule of a constitutional sovereign is that they are above politics, and they act on the advice of the government. So, in the Queen's reign, she had to entertain a great number of mass murderers and people like Makarios and Obote and Ceausescu, and she always did it with consummate dignity. Somebody said to me the other day that President Trump had come away saying, I know I was her favorite president, but I bet you the Queen made every president feel that they
Yeah.
were the favorite president. And I do actually, in so much as I know anything, I know that she actually enjoyed meeting President Trump. I think Craig Brown is a friend, but I think he got that wrong. I think how can I put this? Even, just examining him as a character. I mean, he can be very charismatic. He wouldn't have got where he is if he hadn't been. I mean, he's many other things too. But I think if you think of it from the Queen's point of view, the opportunity to entertain him and chat to him and observe him would be, quite fun. He has in the past occasionally used his political views to disadvantage. For example, at one point, many years ago, he refused to go to the state banquet of the president of China because he didn't like his policies. Now, that was a mistake, because supposing he had suddenly become king, and supposing the government had wanted him to make a state visit to China, or indeed invite the president of China to England, the president might have decided, well, I want to go and see that chap. He was rude to me. Or the king might have felt, in some way that he didn't want to go. That's when you get into dangerous territory. But, listen, he's very experienced, the king. He's
Yeah.
been watching it all since the early 50s. I mean, he goes right back into history. He met President Eisenhower and Churchill as a little boy. He knows the system. He will entertain President Trump with all the consummate hospitality that the royal family give to visiting heads of state.